Hello and welcome to the E-Premier League Invitational, the second tournament. Congratulations to Diogo Jota and Wolves for winning our first tournament 2 weeks back. I'm Adam Smith and I'm pleased to say I will be joined by Joe Tomlinson as we look to crown our next best player from the Premier League. All 20 Premier League clubs represented either by a player from their squad, an ex-player or a celebrity fan. We're on day 3 of our 5-day event. And Joe, we've got a busy schedule today, mate.
Yeah, we've got a busy schedule, and how good have the last 2 days been as well. So hopefully we get loads more entertainment and loads more goals coming your way over the next few hours. Just a quick reminder, though, for everybody watching this, please do stay at home and help save lives. Of course, the prize fund from this EPL Invitational is being donated to the Players Together initiative as well. So that is a really great cause. Right, let's talk to you about what we've got coming up, because game number 1, we'll see Leicester take on Bournemouth. This is a game that is actually pre-recorded. We shot this last night after a few technical difficulties, but it is an absolute blockbuster. James Maddison versus Callum Wilson. I cannot wait to bring you that game. Let's have a look at the draw in full, though. So as you can see, there's already been loads of big results. Yesterday saw Aston Villa beat Liverpool 6-1. Incredible performance from Keenan Davis. Chelsea beat Watford 4-2. Wolves, the reigning champions, are out as well. They lost 3-0. Aaron Connolly putting in one of the displays of the tournament. Tony Bellew also fell at the first hurdle. He got hammered 7-0 by Michael Obafemi. And as I said earlier, Leicester-Bournemouth is coming your way in just a second. But for people joining us for the first time, Smithy, do you want to just take us through the rules?
Yeah, I'd love to. These are the all-important rules you need to be aware of for the EPL Invitational. It is a straight knockout tournament. You lose one game, you are out. Your tournament is over. It's as simple as that. Every round consists of just one single game. And every Premier League club is represented either by a player from their squad, an ex-pro, or a celebrity fan. So those are the tournament rules. These are the all-important in-game rules. 2 6-minute halves. In the event of a draw, golden goal will be used to determine the winner. You may think that's not very likely. Well, it happened 3 times in the first EPL Invitational, including in the final between Diogo Jota and Trent Alexander-Arnold. 85 rated Premier League squads in kickoff mode to establish who is the ultimate FIFA 20 player, Joe.
Yes, indeed, Smithy. Now, our first match was actually played last night, and before the game, Smithy was able to catch up with both of the players.
Pleased to say I'm now joined by both players, James Maddison and Callum Wilson. It is, of course, Leicester against Bournemouth. Let's come to Madders first. James, how much are you looking forward to representing Leicester in this tournament? All for a great cause, of course.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Like you said, obviously all for a great cause, and I know Callum Wilson very well, so I was watching the draw very closely, and he's been giving me a bit of stick on WhatsApp and that, so we'll see what happens in about 15 minutes' time.
Love that. Madders, in our first EPL Invitational, Wilfred Ndidi represented Leicester. He lost 8-2 in his first game to Diogo Jota, and he took to social media saying, Vardy and Kasper Schmeichel will never let me play FIFA on the coach again. So is there real pressure in the Leicester community to keep Vards and Kasper happy here?
Yeah, definitely. I can assure you Callum will not be scoring 8 goals past me, but Wolf does play on the coach with Kelechi Iheanacho every away game, so we all expected him to do a little bit better, to be honest. So hopefully I can go one step further.
And of course, you played Callum Wilson in the Football Staying Home Cup round of 16, and you beat him. So do you put yourself as favourite?
You know what? I don't want to go in too confident, Smithy, to be honest. I'm just going to let my FIFA skills do the talking, but I wouldn't be too surprised if the same outcome happened.
Oh, there we go. Let's bring Callum in. I don't think you can see and hear each other laughing. Callum, he is your good friend, your former teammate as well. Who is the better FIFA player, I want to know, out of you and James Maddison?
Well, we played once, and obviously his connection was off his phone, I think, so it was terrible. And I just hope that his connection's better this time, to be honest.
And do you have a message for your opponent? What would you like to say to James Maddison before we commence the game?
All the best. We're going to see who the king of Coventry is.
Let's go.
Well, that will be the question that will be decided after 90 in-game minutes of FIFA action. Who will be booking a place in the round of 16? Will it be Leicester City or will it be Bournemouth? But more importantly, Richard, who's going to be this king of Coventry, eh? Here comes Barnes now down this left-hand side. Iheanacho into Vardy. Chance early on for James Maddison. It will fall to Vardy. There's a wait. Chance still in the box, bouncing around. Comes to nothing in the end. Iheanacho. Back to Ndidi. As we said, whoever does win this will go into the round of 16 to go up against Max Meyer of Crystal Palace.
I think that one of the things, Brandon, with the game in the earlier rounds, the King of Coventry sort of slogan, it was certainly something that you're looking towards maybe a little bit more mental as well. I think there's mental warfare. I think Maddison's a little bit stronger, to be honest, in the mental department than Callum Wilson. He got further in the tournament last time out in the Football Stay Home sort of England tournament, and now with the EPL Invitational, he wants retribution for Ndidi.
I mean, if we are being honest, well, it wasn't the nicest result for Wilfred Ndidi last time out in the EPL Invitational. Not only just losing to the winner of the whole tournament in Diogo Jota of Wolverhampton Wanderers, but he lost 8-2, and that was in the round of 16. Hopefully this time, James Maddison at the helm can make the Foxes go a step or two further in this competition. Here comes Iheanacho. Ndidi, as we just mentioned, did represent the Foxes last time out in EPL football. But what can they take from that game in that England's Football Stay-at-Home Cup? We were lucky enough to commentate on that one, Richard, all that time ago. It was a 3-2 victory for James Maddison at the time, and Maddison did make it to the semi-finals of that tournament. So he certainly has got the practice. Is he going to go 1-0 up? Yes, he is.
Beautiful play, wasn't it, Brandon? Cutting him open there. Kelechi Iheanacho and Jamie Vardy linking up. Iheanacho with the slotted finish past the goalkeeper. And really quite comfortable there, the way that he played through him. Potentially could be looking towards a sort of sign of things to come. If I'm a Bournemouth fan, I'm not that confident in my defending there of Callum Wilson. Chance down the other end, straight from kickoff. Fraser inside the box to Callum Wilson. Soyuncu, the rock at the back.
Yeah, what a player he is, the Turkish centre-half of Leicester City. Came in last season and not just, of course, good in the Premier League. If you are a FIFA fan, you know how good he is, and he's recently just got himself a team of the season if you are an Ultimate Team player. Unbelievable item. Vardy to double his lead for Maddison off the post. It will ricochet, and Ramsdale able just to collect that one. It bounced straight back into his hands.
Vardy just twisting and turning though, Brandon. He's almost walking past him. Playing here again. Vardy into Iheanacho. Lovely no-touch turn. Iheanacho driving towards that defence. Good sort of sliding tackle. Could have been a free kick on another day, but the referee will let it go. Fraser in a very deep position there.
If you are wondering how...
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Another loss of possession.
No. Iheanacho, Richard, he's got himself a brace in this game within the first 30 minutes, and sweaty. For sweaty finish, whatever you want to call it. It's a destined goal. And it's a smart pass there to ensure that Leicester City will go to...
By play. Iheanacho, beautiful drag on the edge of the box, in the hands of Ramsdale. This has been all Leicester City. Another stray pass and another chance to counter-attack for Madders.
Speaking of Madders, he's on the ball now. If you remember last time as well, in that England Football Stay-at-Home Cup, what did he do? He scored with himself. Surely not. James Maddison now back to goal. Is he going to go for a finesse? He goes to the near post. And literally, just as I'm talking about it, James Maddison gets himself on the score sheet for the Foxes in this game. I can tell you now, I'm sure there's no better feeling than scoring with yourself in a game of FIFA.
3 goals inside 35 minutes for Leicester City. He talked about Wilfred Ndidi in the first football staying home. I should say in the first EPL Invitational. We saw Maddison in the football staying home tournament. Maybe Maddison should have been playing in the first EPL Invitational as well with a performance like this. Leicester could have had a better run out in the tournament. Josh King with a red time finish. It was a chance for Wilson, his first of the game, and just snatched at it.
Tell you what, you can have another chance here as well, Richard. It's fallen back to Callum Wilson. He's just tried to pass that through Johnny Evans, but Johnny Evans just sticking out a leg. Saying no thank you, we're keeping this clean sheet before we get into half-time. Surely not another one. Here comes Vardy now. Could it be 4? It's going to be a rebound. Iheanacho, hat-trick hero. Ake couldn't get that. And the Nigerian forward will ensure he is taking the match ball home.
4-0 inside 40 minutes for James Maddison. The team press, the ultra-attacking. I'm not sure if it's working for Wilson. There's so much space in behind for Maddison to exploit with the 91 pace, 85 rated strikers of Vardy and Iheanacho. He's been clinical though, Brandon.
Yeah, he's been so good, isn't it? Wilson now, last chance of the half. Added time to come of just 2 minutes as expected. It's been a perfect half. It could get a lot worse before we even get to half-time, though. Could it be 5? Iheanacho just too heavy. And Ramsdale off his line. Able to collect that one. And that will do us for the first half. 4-0. Leicester City will lead.
Yeah, pretty good first half there, you've got to say, for Maddison. I'll be intrigued to see, were there any changes at half-time for Callum Wilson? There's been a change in defence. That's Simon Francis coming on, and also a goalkeeper change. Artur Boruc coming on for Ramsdale. Goalkeeper change at half-time. I mean, 4 goals inside the first half. Ramsdale not had the best performance, has he?
He hasn't had the best performance, Richard, but we have to remember that we are playing 85 rated mode on FIFA 20. So, you know, Artur Boruc may be a better rated player in the game of FIFA normally or Ultimate Team, but in 85 rated mode, all goalkeepers are the same rated, so there isn't really any difference there. But one thing you did mention from the word go was that Callum Wilson for Bournemouth has just had team press on this whole game. That is why. Look how high his defence is. Every single time he's losing possession, if the players are out of position, it's as simple as that. There's gaps everywhere.
He's had team press and ultra-attacking on for the entirety of that first half, pretty much. Schmeichel there just clearing his lines at the back for Leicester City. When you're talking about the goalkeepers, I think it's the height, really. The only thing that is different, obviously someone like Thibaut Courtois, maybe a little bit better in 85 rated game mode because of the height compared to a smaller goalkeeper. But other than that, maybe the traits is the only thing that does spring to mind. Vardy looking to get on that pass across the box. It's going to fall all the way to the back post for Ayoze Perez into Wilfred Ndidi. Played back into Vardy. Has time to turn. Francis, the substitution, doing well at the back.
I love the way he's made 2 defensive changes. Maybe not an attacking change, because he hasn't made too much going forward. He's had 1 good chance with Joshua King. Speaking of Joshua King, he's going to try and latch onto that ball there. Ben Chilwell at the back, defending well. As we nearly just clock over to the 60th minute mark in this game. As we said, winner of this will play later today in day 3 of the tournament up against Crystal Palace. And that'll be Max Meyer representing the Eagles there. Vardy with a chance. Where's it going? It's bouncing around. Perez has a chance. He has a shot. It's going to fall back to Perez again. Just get rid of it.
Just panic stations at the back, wasn't it? For Callum Wilson. It's still not dealt with yet. He tried throwing it out from Boruc to a fullback, and Maddison winning the ball back. He's won it back again with Ndidi. This has got to be 5. Vardy, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, passes it across. Iheanacho. Absolutely clinical is Maddison.
I don't mean
Yes.
to start, looking at a bad situation here for Callum Wilson, Richard, but there's a current record in EPL Invitational history, and that's the biggest defeat. That was recorded by Reece James of Chelsea, who did lose last time out. Of course, in this tournament, that was losing to Andre Gomez of Everton. That was an 8-0 scoreline. If James Maddison was to win 9-0, that would be a new record, but I'm not going to panic Callum as of yet. There's still plenty of time left in this game.
And I'm sure that he will know that record, Maddison, when he was playing this game. Let's see if he does go on to break the record. Great save there from Schmeichel. Wilson firing the shot at him. There's still 20 minutes left to play. He only needs 3 goals to equal it, 4 goals to break it. Did he break it? That will be the question that we will soon find out. Maddison slipping through Iheanacho again. He has been absolutely on flames in this game. Maddison turning towards the near post, makes it 6. James Maddison is on fire.
As we said, Richard, someone else that's been on fire in this game is James Maddison. He scored with himself a number of times at the England Football Staying Home Cup. There was a 16-player tournament that happened a few weeks back. He made a semi-final there and did beat Callum Wilson 3-2. It was only 3-2 back then. This game is completely different. Callum Wilson still hunting just to get back in this game. Shot comes in. It does take a deflection over the bar, and it will be a corner to the Cherries, but unfortunately, they are 6-0 down with about 15 minutes left, and we've seen plenty of FIFA in our time, Richard. Haven't seen a 6-0 kind of turnover in this sort of situation.
No, absolutely not. You saw what the team press has done to Bournemouth's stamina as well. It's much more depleted compared to Leicester City. Iheanacho looking for that near post again. Boruc springing away to his left-hand side to save that one.
Big switch of play. Fraser will run, but you can see how tired Fraser is. Has he got enough energy just to get that ball into the box? Drops the shoulder well. Back to Wilson. It's going to be a gift once again, but Schmeichel was in the way. So was Johnny Evans.
Kasper Schmeichel likes his sheets clean. Chance on the edge. Fraser looking to take on Soyuncu, but again, he's been a rock in this tournament, in the real game throughout the Premier League. Has Soyuncu. And this counter-attack could be all from his tackle at the back. Vardy to make it 7. Drag back into the shot. Makes it 7. Maddison has got, 8 minutes to break the record.
Can he do it? One more goal to even it, and if he does make it 9-0, he would break the record as well. But there's still just a little bit of time left for more than a consolation, if anything, for Callum Wilson. But if we are being honest, he hasn't created enough. That drag back, once again, working wonders for the Leicester City man in James Maddison. As we said, whoever does win this will go up against Crystal Palace later today. Day 3 of the EPL Invitational. You are watching. We've got some fantastic round of 16 games coming up today as well.
I think
lovely ball. That's it. That's got to be it.
James Maddison will be playing against Maya later on today, Brandon, because there's no chance that Bournemouth are turning this game around. Wilson looking to get it past Schmeichel for a consolation. Just had no luck in the final third, has he?
It's just like whatever he does, he can't get the right shot off, can he, Callum Wilson? That was certainly a guaranteed finish in my eyes. Iheanacho, you've got to score. Sways it. He will score. And Vardy will make it 8. 8-0. 8-0 in one leg of FIFA. You usually see this over 2 legs. Never mind one 12-minute game.
Absolutely outrageous performance from James Maddison. He's on to make it 9. Iheanacho linking up with Vardy.
I think that's it, Richard. I don't think he will be breaking the record. He might even it if he can hold on to an 8-0 scoreline. Here comes Philip Billing, who did represent the Cherries last time out in the EPL Invitational. We'll go back for a free kick. What can he do here? This will be the official last chance of the game, and you might as well write James Maddison into the round of 16 up against Crystal Palace. That game will be happening later today. Consolation, please. Ake, back to King. There's the chance, and finally, there is a goal. There is a goal for the Cherries.
He will not be equaling the record, Will Maddison, but he's put a real stamp down on the rest of the tournament with the most decisive victory we have seen. 8-1 for James Maddison.
The first one we did 2 weeks ago, Andre Gomez of Everton beating Reece James of Chelsea 8-0. Now, you conceded so late on. Be honest, although you won, are you slightly gutted you didn't hold the record?
Yeah, I'm devastated. Devastated. It hurt. That hurt conceding late on there. I had a chance as well. But I progressed to the next round.
Callum, let's bring you in, mate. The previous game that we spoke about was 3-2. What on earth went wrong there?
It's not a true reflection. It's not a true reflection. As you know, we played before. It was 3-2, and obviously Bournemouth won at the races today, including myself. I missed so much. So it's one of disappointing.
Callum, I know that you're both good mates. So, Callum, what would you like to say to your good friend James Maddison? Do you hope that he goes on and wins the tournament now?
No, I don't. I hope he goes that next round.
I knew he was going to say that.
We're going to rematch now off camera, and we'll see what happens as well. I'll put it on Instagram or something.
Madden's got to give you the final word as the victory, the 8-1 victory. What would you like to say to your friend? You build it as the King of Coventry derby. Your good friend Callum Wilson, you've beaten him emphatically. What would you like to say to him?
Nah, I love Cal. You know, he's like my big brother. But there's only one King of Coventry, and I think that's just been portrayed there. So, cheers, Cal.
Oh, delusional. Well done.
How good was that to see, Smithy? What a performance from James Maddison.
Yeah, I've got to be honest, mate. I didn't see that coming, considering we were working off one game before and it was 3-2, 8-1. And of course, the one goal consolation that Callum had was actually quite a big goal because it prevented James Maddison from equaling the record. But most importantly, Joe, King of Coventry, I'm wondering who it's going to be. It is James Maddison, although I think Callum said delusional there. So you can tell that they're very good friends. But something tells me that they're not going to hear the end of that. I think James Maddison will be getting his phone out, messaging Callum a few times this week about that.
Yeah, he is never going to let him forget it. And we now have confirmation that James Maddison progresses through after beating Callum Wilson, his good friend, 8-1. What a result for Leicester City. We can see what that means for the draw in full then. Leicester City progress through to the last 16, I should say. Of course, that was a rerun to play Crystal Palace. And that will be represented by Max Mayer. You'll be able to see that this afternoon. Let's have a look though at the game coming up. The next game coming your way will be Tottenham against Norwich. That'll be Ryan Sessegnon, who we've already seen play once. Very impressive victory over Spencer Owen. He'll be taking on Max Aarons. And there's a lot of hype about Max in the FIFA community, so I'm excited for that one, Smithy.
Yeah, this will be an interesting one, Joe, because both players, Ryan Sessegnon and Max Aarons, we know are good players because we've seen both of them play. Only Ryan's played in this tournament, of course, but we both have been talked up from fellow competitors and people in the FIFA community. So Tottenham against Norwich is a hard one to call. That's it for game one for us, but don't go anywhere because Spurs Norwich will be coming up very soon. Just a reminder, please all stay home to help save lives. We'll be back very soon. Bye-bye.